For the first time in a decade, there will be a new 3A independent high school state champion on the volleyball circuit. Will it be Charlotte Country Day or Covenant Day? The 1 and 2 seeds have advanced to today's championship match. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to St. David's School in Raleigh, North Carolina. Alongside Katie Wilkinson, Patrick Keenis, glad to be with you. And Katie, Charlotte Latin knocked off by Ravenscroft. They won this championship 9 straight years, so a new champ will arise from today.
And we have the number 1 and number 2 seeds playing each other. Now let's remember that these teams played each other previously twice, and they have both came out with a win. So tonight will be the deciding factor of who's the ultimate champion.
All right, high caliber volleyball 3A state championship on the way. Charlotte Country Day 33-6, Covenant Day School 32-3. We come back and begin to chase for the championship after these words on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. From St. David's School in Raleigh, North Carolina, it is time for the 3A Independent High School Volleyball State Championships, featuring the top 2 seeds across the bracket. The number 1 seeded Charlotte Country Day School Buccaneers, 33-6, taking on the 2 seed Covenant Day School Lions, 32-3. Welcome inside the gymnasium at St. David's School, along with Katie Wilkinson. Patrick Keenis with you as we get ready for the 3A state championships. And Katie, as you talked about in the open, these are 2 teams that have a decent amount of experience against each other this year.
They've played each other twice earlier on in the season. Both teams came out with a win, so they're tied 1-1. So this game will be the final deciding factor.
It is the best of 5, and the Buccaneers will serve it first. A great dig on the back line made by Taylor Portland. And we'll see on the left side of your screen, that is Covenant Day School. On the right, Charlotte Country Day. And the first point to the Buccaneers, who arrived here at the championship as the number 1 seed. Had a bye in the opening round. Took down Providence Day School in 3 straight. Then they knocked off North Raleigh Christian Academy. And here they are into the championship. Asia Patterson, junior server, one of the star players on the Buccaneers, and it's an early 2-0 lead. Meanwhile, for Covenant Day, they came through as the number 2 seed, knocked off Charlotte Christian in the quarterfinals, 3-1, then took down Ravenscroft, and it was Ravenscroft that eliminated the 9-time defending champions at the 3A level in Charlotte Latin. It wasn't unexpected. Latin had graduated a lot of players, but still to have the kingpin of 3A state volleyball in the independent school system knocked out, there will be a new champion. And a quick start, meanwhile, for Asia Patterson and the Buccaneers.
Speaking of Asia Patterson, just take note that she had an ACL injury during her travel volleyball season. She is now back on the court, looking ready to play and hopefully to pull out a win tonight.
And a big kill by Christina Goforth. That will get the Lions on the board. Goforth is their go-to player. Outside here, they run a lot of plays for her, and she will now serve for Heather Mills Lions. And it's a very inspiring story you brought up about Asia Patterson. Had a chance to talk with their head coach just prior to the match. Brian Rosen will tell you about all that she has endured over the last few months to get back onto the back line and now onto the front line. And a block at the net, and a point to the Lions. Lions are 32-3. Heather Mills at the controls, and she has a very athletic team and a pretty young team as well, Katie.
Also want to mention for Charlotte Country Day, number 12, Catherine Franz, has committed to Davidson.
A big strike off the front line, and the point to the Buccaneers. Hannah Kitzinger, who is, they made no qualms about it when we talked to Brian Rosen, head coach for the Buccaneers. He said she is by far our hardest hitter. She doesn't really aim, but she can punish the volleyball. So watch her and her power, number 18. And a service error makes it a 4-3 opening set lead for Country Day. And here for the Lions is their libero, Macy Henry, who sets really the tempo for this Lions team. And a big strike there is Kinsinger. Put a radar gun on those shots over the course of this 5-set match. 5-3 lead for the Buccaneers. And great technique, a lot of leverage, and no chance for Macy Henry in the center back. Poor set. And the Lions off the far side. A dig out of there by Patterson. Comes right back to him. And the point to the Lions, 5-4. Already we're seeing highly technical play and a lot of power and a lot of elevation.
That is one thing we're seeing in this match, a lot of power. These hitters are putting the ball down.
There is Maddie Grace Huff. Great passer. She will serve at 4-5. And the running kill from Catherine Franz. There is the Davidson Wildcat commit. Big middle hitter, very dynamic for this Buccaneer team, according to Brian Rosen. He has a lot of quality players that fill perfect roles on this team this year. 6-4 lead. And that serve did not have enough from front. And as Katie mentioned earlier, these two teams have played a couple of times, once in a best-of-3 tournament. But then it was Covenant Day behind Heather Mills, the head coach for the Lions. They went on the road to Charlotte and beat this team on the road. Now there's a tip out, 7-5 lead for the Buccaneers. There's a look at Heather Mills. She said it's been a unified team this year, very focused. The chemistry developed very quickly for this team. But they are led with a lot of freshmen and a lot of juniors on this team. They do expect to run for a couple of years. And a kill there. Well, look at Christina Goforth. A lot of the offense will run through her. And there is Brian Rosen, head coach. He talked about a very tough schedule that the Buccaneers had to navigate through this year. And they, for the most part, come through unscathed. 33-6 entering this championship. And the Bucs 7-8-6 lead. Taylor Portland, one of the best all-around players on this team, sails that serve long. 8-7. And we've seen over some of these state championships, it takes a little while to gain traction and find that high level of play. But get the sense right now, these teams have come out playing awfully well right out of the gates. There's a block at the net, and it lands in. Anna Scheck, Madison Hargett collaborating. 8-all.
Again, a sweet block by Covenant Day School. Blocks are going to be very critical in this match as both teams are swinging extremely hard.
And the serve by the lefty, Megan Embry. Brought up front, Rachel Jansen, the set, and that is peppered long by Taylor Portland.
Now, that isn't common for Taylor Portland. She is a captain. She's a junior outside hitter. She is the team leader in kills, so that is not usual for her.
First lead for the Lions, 9-8. Dug by Patterson. And they set up. There's the big hit inside the line by Kinsinger. Boy, she has come out double barrel here in this first set. And she has size. She can get up and fantastic power. 9-all. And back to Asia Patterson. There's the set, the back set. And that one is floated long by Anna Scheck. And there's a look at Asia Patterson. It was her left knee that knocked her out as she sends that serve long. She was only cleared to hit about a week and a half ago. Head coach Brian Rose has been using her on the back line this year, but doctors finally gave medical clearance to return to full go about a week and a half ago. And what a shot in the arm that is to have her back in this playoff run. And you don't think it'll mean a lot to her and her team if they're able to finalize this championship here today. Brian Rose, going to look at him on the sidelines. 11-10 lead for the Buccaneers. Opening set, 3A championship. Kimberly Duncan on the serve into the net. AC Henry for Covenant. A lot of underspin on that serve. Here's the set, Kinsinger. That power is handled. And the bump set, Kinsinger again. Got past the two defenders.
One thing to mention about Kinsinger, their semifinal match against North Raleigh Christian Academy, she had 15 kills, hitting just over 200, so she helped them pull out that 5-set victory also.
Now let's see how hard she serves. Yep, that's about right, but long. 12-all. Very evenly matched elite level championship developing here in this opening set.
Both teams' coaches noted that they were young, so we'll have to see a development of maturity in this game.
Yeah, already 3 service errors by Country Day. Dig on the front, Portland. Tipped out, 13-12 Buccaneers. Again, you're seeing real good nonverbals out there on all these players. High level of intensity, but they don't look to be overwhelmed by the moment. Again, this classification, as there's a question at the scores desk by head coach Heather Mills. She was talking with one of the officials. But this classification has been dominated by Charlotte Latin the better part of the last decade. There's a service winner, 14-12 Country Day.
We're seeing a lot of deeper serves here in this match.
Well, what does that mean defensively?
That means the defense needs to take a step back. Then they won't be as confused as to whether the ball is out or in, according to the back line.
That serve is dug, set, and the kill down the line. Sarah Balliard, one of the 2 billiard sisters on this team. She will check out. 14-13 the score as Carissa Coleman, a fiery member of this Lions team, comes in to serve. Jansen, the back set. It's tipped and out. And back to a 2-point lead for the Buccaneers. So now Rachel Jansen, a junior, has moved to Charlotte from Kentucky recently. Joining this team for the first time this season. 2-point lead. Now another deep serve. There's the back set and a little dink. And it pays dividends. Megan Embry.
Speaking of Rachel Jansen, she was selected as the Max Preps and AVCA Player of the Week the first week that volleyball began.
Great touch there by Hannah Billiard. 15-14. There's the back set. Down the line, saved by Coleman. They leave it up, go forth. Just nudged across. The bump set for Portland. And a violation on the lines in the net. 16-14 Country Day. Opening set, 3A Independent High School State Championships. And a clear violation right there in the net. Taylor Portland, outside hitter, serves it up. The long set across for Goforth. Blocked down, beautiful stuff by Asia Patterson. And the lead grows to 3. And again, a couple of weeks ago, she's not allowed to play this front line. Look at her get up.
The team is definitely glad to have her back.
Now the left ACL looks completely healed. 17-14 Country Day, opening set. Taylor Portland, another deep serve. Set up for Goforth. Blocked down, the chase on to no avail. And a big reaction by the Buccaneer bench. (18-14). And a timeout after further review by Heather Mills and Covenant Day. And so far in this first set, a high-level play here, Katie. What have you noticed?
You know, both teams are swinging very hard, but this match will all come down to little critical things such as getting to the ball when it's hit, or even coming down to serving, missing serves, errors. Errors could be a big thing within this match, but both teams are swinging hard. So we have a lot to look forward to.
4-point lead, opening set. Charlotte Country Day. We talked about their schedule, and there's a look at Heather Mills, the head coach for Covenant Day, who was in great spirits before the match. That's what I've noticed all day today, talking with all the head coaches. None of them have that veil of anxiety or nerves, and players can read that. And all these coaches, maybe it has something to do with how they're dressed. They're dressed very casually here today for this state championship. Nobody more casual than Brian Rosen, the head coach of Charlotte Country Day, in the dry fit and the shorts. Maybe he wants to emulate this like a practice. Keep the pressure low. Guessing that's been his hallmark all year. This one is bumped across. Fine sliding dig by Coleman. Set by Jansen. And the big wallop off the outside from Kinsinger. And she's been tough to stop so far for the Lions.
Again, as you watch Kinsinger go up, big swing off the block. She's going to be very critical for this Lions team to pull out a victory.
19-14, Buccaneers. Oh, an excellent serve by Portland. It was taken off of the shoulders of Coleman. Somehow got it back. Portland this set. Kinsinger again. That is blocked, but kept alive. Couldn't jam it down. There's the bump set from the outside. Goforth. They look for Kinsinger again. She sizes it up. Another diving save. Jansen back to Kinsinger with touch. Saved again. To the outside. Goforth. Where do they go this time? Portland clips the net and drops it in. 6-point lead for the Buccaneers. It's a well-defended point by the Lions. A lot of attacks by the Buccaneers, and they were able to snuff out, but not the last. '14 Country Day. Portland again picking on Coleman on the back line. Coleman sends it over. Jansen. Kinsinger stopped that time. There's a set. Kinsinger one last time. Was that tipped? It was. Deflection. Point to the Buccaneers. That was not a clean strike by Kinsinger, but still able to clip a finger or two and bump the lead to 7. And another timeout, Katie, taken by Heather Mills.
You know, things are just looking right now for the Buccaneers. Their offense is clicking. They're able to get the ball up defensively, put balls down. They're just doing an overall great job. Things are going their way right now.
And they do have some big hitters, and they know where they are right here. I mean, they're spotlighting Hannah Kinsinger off that outside position. Clean winners, deflected winners, and the sets have been perfect for them. Well-oiled first set for the Buccaneers, leading 21-14. Taylor Portland still on the serve for Country Day. And again, Coleman handles that serve much better. The running dink. Not much on it. Jansen, Kinsinger again, goes diagonal. That's just wide. Tough angle to hit right there, but she has the size to hit down and hit those oblique angles, but just missed.
Tried to hit that back line, but slightly behind the end line.
So the bleeding stops momentarily for the Lions, down by 6. And Megan Embry, one of the real spark plugs for this team. A terrific serve, and didn't look like Patterson really knew exactly how to handle it. Tried to push it forward, got caught in between. 5-point lead. See if she goes right back at her. She does. Oh, a tougher one to handle. Kinsinger off the left. Yes. Didn't even look like she got a full hand on that ball or great elevation, but still able to find a gap.
Some great hitters right now for the Buccaneers. As you can see, Kinsinger goes up, rips one down.
22-16. And that one is sent too long by Anna Scheck. One of the more improved players on this Lions team year over year. 2 points away from the opening set. Patterson, just long. (23-17) as you get a look at Sarah Billiard coming back in, number 8. Anna Scheck to her left. Patterson and the Buccaneers catch a break on that service return. Will they pay the price? Was it deflected? They're looking for it. Yes, it was. Deflected by the Buccaneers. 24-17. Probably 23-18. Scoreboard here internally was wrong for a moment. Big block off the outside by Sarah Billiard.
Lions trying to cut this lead down as it's now only by 4.
23-19. And here's another look. 2 defenders slide over the clean block. The delicate drop, that'll be handled. Embry gets it up, pushed across, that caught a hand, and sent over by France. Long set, go for it. One more time, they're looking for the angle. They thought they had territory down in the corner. They pushed it too long. Set point to the Buccaneers, 24-19.
You know, despite the few errors that this Buccaneers team makes, they have enough talent to overcome that and keep that lead that they have.
Sub off, Kimberly Duncan to the bench. And off of the bench, Beth Richardson. She doesn't get a great deal of playing time, but she'll have a chance to serve it out right here. 24-19. Done by Patterson. Kinsinger. That's handled. Embry over to Billiard. Set for Patterson. And not much on that. The touch. Handled by Patterson. And keeping the set alive. The stuff for the net left side. 24-20.
Again, the ball is blocked on the play.
24-20. Kinsinger for the set. Kept alive, and the Lions with hope. Billiard. Set by Jansen. Kinsinger, that's blocked. Pushed into the corner. Good job to keep it alive by Goforth. Billiard long in the opening set to the Buccaneers. 25-20. The top seed, Charlotte Country Day, claims the opening set on Covenant. Second set on the way from St. David's School in Raleigh. The first set belongs to the top seed. We're back with set number 2. Exclusive coverage of the Independent High School Volleyball Championships on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Back at St. David's School, hosting the 1, 2, and 3A Independent High School Volleyball Championships. Patrick Kane is joined by the headmaster of the host school of St. David's, Kevin Lockerman. First off, Kevin, putting on a great presentation for these championships. Talk about what goes into bringing this all together.
Well, it is a big team effort and a tremendous amount of volunteers who work tirelessly to put something like this on. Hat goes off to Wes Wilder, Director of Athletics, and all his team of volunteers to put this on. We have a fabulous facility here, and we're really proud of this facility here at St. David's.
You have a lot to be proud of. You've been here 8 years. What kind of evolution of this campus are you proudest of, or can you categorize that way?
Well, when I got here, it was 17 acres, and we had challenges on many fronts. We had one gymnasium, we had no theater, we had no commons area like this. So master plan was put together to build this fabulous facility. A lot of hard work, a lot of team effort. Again, the Board of Trustees led the way with $5 million pledge to this campaign. We were able to secure a tax-exempt bond for $12 million to build the gymnasium, the theater, this commons area where we're standing, classroom space, and it's been a tremendous blessing for the school.
And we heard from Wes a little bit earlier about the 30-acre purchase. What is next
Yes.
for St. David's?
Well, we knew when I arrived here 8 years ago that we would have to use satellite facilities. So we've been, renting facilities at the Raleigh Racquet Club, the city of Raleigh. But we found a wonderful piece of property, the old Capital T driving range, about 10 minutes away here from campus, and we have put in a soccer facility and lacrosse facility, and the rest is a blank canvas now for us to build the rest of our field of dreams.
Kevin, how excited must the students be, the future students be, and the parents of these kids to know that that influx of capital is being reinvested in their campus?
Well, I tell you, the Lord has blessed us in many ways. We've grown from 480 students to 625, so we got a lot of excited folks. Close to 80% of our students are involved in athletics in some capacity. We have upwards of 35 teams in sports and in all these areas, so we really, mind, body, spirit is an important aspect of what we do.
And when you're investing all of that time and effort personally into all these projects, when do you sleep?
Very little sleep for a headmaster, as many headmasters know. But it is a great joy and privilege to serve this school, and I wake up each and every day with a great joy and spirit in my heart for what's happening. Obviously, you saw the excitement here today. I wish St. David's was participating, but we got knocked out a little earlier. But it's just a great spirit of competition, and this is a fabulous facility where we're able to enjoy that.
Kevin, we appreciate your hospitality here. My first time on your campus. It's a glorious place. Hope you can be back here soon.
We hope to have you back as well. Thanks so much for coming.
All right, Headmaster of St. David's School, Kevin Lockery, joining us here. We'll come back more of the Independent High School Volleyball State Championships after these words on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Second set about to get underway. Charlotte Country Day claiming the opener 25-20 in a high-level, high-octane kind of first set. Katie, what did you see?
Again, we have the top two teams playing. Both executed very well. Charlotte Country Day able to come out with the win. I do believe that they had the more stronger, more deeper in depth team this time around. They were able to lose a few points and hold that lead that they had and finish the game strong with their big tall hitters that they have, and they're very consistent with passing, serving, just everything all around went well for them.
Yeah, 3 service errors in that opening set did not hurt Charlotte Country Day in that opening set, but they did pass very well. They spotted Kinsinger. They made good passes to her for the big hitter on the outside. And there's a look at the 5th-year head coach for Charlotte Country Day, Brian Rosen, who won his 100th career match earlier this year. But he's been here before. He was here last year, took the first 2 sets against Charlotte Latin. But then they dropped the next 3, leading to Latin's 9th consecutive title. He said before the match today, I don't want to see that again. That was a tough emotion, tough feeling to swallow. And that has kind of sat with him over the course of this year. He knew that this is going to be another team with the potential makeup of a state champion.
Well, they sure came out to play tonight.
And winning the opening set, 25-20. Meanwhile, for Covenant Day, we talked about Heather Mills' side. They're a very scrappy team. They're more defensive-oriented. And that, to me, Kate, is going to be the real challenge here for the Lions moving forward in this championship. They don't really match up well hitter versus hitter on the front. Their outside hitters not nearly as powerful to put away points. So they will really need to defend awfully well to have an opportunity to claim this title.
They're also going to hope that Charlotte Country Day gives more errors off so they can earn points that way.
Second set underway. And the opening point belongs to the Buccaneers. Hannah Kitzinger in a very active first set. Puts the kill away. There's a look at Taylor Portland. 1-0 Buccaneers. Buccaneers on the left side of your screen. The Lions now on your right, both in dark colors. Buccaneers in black and the Lions in navy. And it's another service error. 4th of this match by the Buccaneers. 1-all. Christina Goforth, who is really there most dynamic player. When they need a big point, when they need a big shot, they oftentimes look for her. Fairly quiet second portion of that opening set for Goforth, and that is deflected out. 2-1 Buccaneers.
Again, that's using the height. Using that height, you can hit off the block.
Yeah, the height and the power right now overwhelming the front line defenders. 2-1 lead. And another service here. It has led to the only 2 points of the second set thus far for the Lions. And now Macy Henry in a 2-all second set. But those are some of the mistakes that the Lions will need to capitalize and hope there are a few more of. Running start and a blaster from Catherine Franz, the middle hitter, who is heading to play Division I volleyball in a couple of years. But she has one more year remaining here with Charlotte Country Day. She's only a junior. (3-2) Bucks. And another service here. 3 in a row by the Buccaneers.
They're really going to have to emphasize on their kills if they continue with these service errors.
Well, Brian Rosen's on that sideline for the Buccaneers, just leaning back in his chair, almost laughing at his team's service woes these last couple of minutes. That one just out. That was awfully close.
Went right between two players. It looked as if it touched one of them, but the call was not made.
4-3 Country Day, and now Brian Rosen just hoping that somebody can throw a serve in here. It's going to fall on junior Rachel Jansen. And that was misjudged by Billiard. 5-3 Buccaneers. And the more the Buccaneers can get away with playing with a lead despite some pretty egregious mistakes, there's another one. And the clipboard is now fallen out of Brian Rosen's hands. Of the 4 points that the Lions have in this second set, all a result of service miscues.
And you were right, the Lions do need to use these points. They're critical.
Well, they've yet to earn a point on their own here in the second set. Serve comes to Patterson. And they set up near side. Portland blocked out. 6-4. But if you're the Buccaneers, and again, you're playing with a lead and you're making a bunch of mistakes, you're up a set, you realize that if you can just kind of tighten up those mistakes, you're in charge of this match. Goforth sends it across. Set by Jansen. Kinsinger denied. Battle near the nets, and they will reset. Patterson down the line. Asia Patterson. You see what now she means on that front line. Able to kill one down the line.
Here we go, a good swing by Patterson after being blocked twice before.
7-4 Buccaneers. Good serve by Portland. Short down the middle. Kept alive, and there's a violation of the net by probably Megan Embry. And it's 8-4 Buccaneers.
Yes, a 4-hit violation was called. When the Buccaneers get their serves over, good things happen.
Not enough done offensively. Sets up Kinsinger. That's long, far corner. But no real attack mode by the Lions there on what was a fairly returnable serve by Taylor Portland. Well, there's no way they will score enough points with that as their MO offensively against the Buccaneers. That will need to change. 8-5. And that's set well behind Kinsinger, and she mishit that one. 8-6. And those are some of the mistakes. When you look at the way this second set has gone, all the points here scored by Covenant off of pretty routine mistakes by the Buccaneers.
That was the opposite of the first match, where Charlotte Country Day earned their points.
Lions trail 8-6, second set. Solid serve handled. Kinsinger, a better set this time. Goforth on the line. Big strike by Christina Goforth. And that might rejuvenate this team a bit. That's a player on that front line that the Lions need to get involved. And that was a kill that was challenged. 8-7. And that's set too far. They pay the price. Goforth again. 8-8. And again, this has been a fairly sloppy second set by the Buccaneers. Service mistakes, poor passing, mishits. And it is 8-all. And you're breathing new life into the Lions. Excellent serve, 9-8. Hannah Billiard.
Coach Brian Rosen for Charlotte Country Day does not seem too happy. He just got off the bench a few points ago. Not pleased with the performance of his team.
No Billiard sisters on this team. Hannah, 2 years the senior of Sarah. They served this Lions team into the second set lead. 9-8. Long set. Goforth gets the kill. And suddenly they're dancing on that Lions sideline, and Brian Rosen burns a timeout. He cannot be happy with his team's second set performance here. But there's a look at Heather Mills. Her team has stayed focused, as they've been all year. She sensed this very early in the campaign about the chemistry and the character of her team.
Well, you know, they performed great in the second set, and for Charlotte Country Day, those missed serves, they add up. The score is now 10-8 with the Lions leading, and half of these points have been off missed serves. They're not earning their points like they did in the first set, and that's been the difference.
And there's a look at Heather Mills talking a lot about her team prior to the match, saying that the character of this team was really revealed early in the year. They play with great heart. There's great unison, chemistry, and they need to scrap, particularly against a bigger team, a heavier hitting team, as the Charlotte Country Day School is today. But a lot of times, state championships are won on pure heart. There's a miss hit by Patterson, but misplayed by the Lions. Double hit, 10-9.
It's a net violation called on Anna Shoick for the Lions.
10-9. Covenant Day School leads. And look at Asia Patterson, and there is yet another service here. Brian Rose is serving, right? Have we done that enough this year? What's going on? He's just shaking his head. 11-9. And that's hit long. Was it tipped, though? Waiting for the call. Yes, it was tipped. There's the sign of the deflection by the referee. Let's take a look. Yeah, good call.
The ball is clearly tipped.
11-10. Lions by 1. Trying to score the equalizer in the second set. Set Embry. Flying through Goforth. She'll save. Opposite. Kinsinger down the line. A punishing blow right against Embry. And that evens the score.
Catherine Franz with that earlier block. Just take note, she is the leader in blocks, so we should be seeing a lot of that coming from her.
There's a look at Kinsinger, and now the serve continues with Kimberly Duncan. They barely kissed the net and put down wide. Lead returns to the Lions, 12-11. Sarah Billiard comes in. Carissa Coleman heads out for the Lions. Short serve. Patterson digs. Kinsinger off the left. Stuffed down. But wide. 12-all.
Kinsinger has been the go-to girl in this match so far, putting down critical balls.
Goforth, excellent save on that serve. Some miscommunication. They go cross court. Portland sends it down the line. Neither offensive set on that point looked sturdy whatsoever. That is sent wide. 13-12 Buccaneers. Anna Kinsinger serving with a 1-point lead. Oh, and a bad choice right there by the libero, Macy Henry. She thought that was sailing long. Service ace to Kinsinger.
That's the problem when the serve pushes you back. You're unsure of the line. That's why it's always better to stay back in those situations.
And into the far corner, another tough one to handle. Back set, not a lot to do with that. There's the bump. The set, back to Portland. Kept alive by Henry. Billiard, blocked down, the clean stuff. Catherine Franz, you just brought her up, Katie.
Buccaneers are starting to get their rhythm back.
That's exactly right. They played rudderlessly through the first 12 points or so of the second set. Touch down the line. Looking for Portland. Set across. Jansen, the quick touch over. Billiard. Portland looks for a corner. Fantastic save. Kept alive, meanwhile, by Patterson. Portland again. Snuffed. Beautiful point. Goes the Buccaneers' way.
Great hustle by both teams on that play.
Bodies diving all over, laterally, north and south. Before Sheck was left on the court. 16-12. And a timeout taken by the Lions. Second set.
Catherine Franz with a few blocks. And the Buccaneers are up by 4.
And things have finally turned around, and no surprise that it happened with the Buccaneers finally able to string a couple of serves in. That is as big of a momentum killer as you can find in any sport, whether it's volleyball, tennis, football, baseball, you name it. Unforced errors will break any rhythm. Well, they have cleaned that up. And now it comes back to really the spotlight of Covenant. Where's their firepower going to come from? How well can they defend to get back in this second set and come back and extend this match? And they break the huddle, 4 points down, second set. Meanwhile, Hannah Kinsinger, who's been terrific in the first set and a half, prepares to serve. But not before Megan Emery has a little conversation with a couple of her teammates. Now ready. And that's just inside the line. And looked like Macy Henry made an attempt at that one, didn't choose to let it go, but another excellent serve by Kinsinger.
Again, that all goes back to the ball and the contact of the ball. If you hit it a certain way, the ball can change last minute.
And again, down the middle, mishandled. And it's an 18-12 lead for the Buccaneers, and Kinsinger continues to be the headline story in this match. First set is her domination on the outside of the net now at the service line, up 6. There's a little misdirection. Deflection, point to the Lions. (18-13). Macy Henry. Portland up the line. And there you see with this Charlotte Country Day side, I mean, they have big hitters on the outside. Kinsinger, Portland has been solid. We've seen Patterson kill a couple. A lot of options. Franz serving, 19-13. Quick kill attempt kept alive, though, by the Bucks. And now the official near corner to the right makes the call here, Katie, but that draws Brian Rosen up off of the bench.
It seems that the line judge on the side of Covenant Day called that the ball was out of bounds. They're discussing now the call.
So they will draw the other referees together and discuss. What are the officials looking for on that play?
They're looking to discuss. Both officials see different things from different angles. So they're meeting to discuss and agree on a certain point, and as they agreed that it was out.
And you can see Brian Rosen right there read his lips. He says that's not his call, is what he's saying to that official at the other end of the floor. 19-14 the score. The point held for the Lions. Quick set and the kill by Hannah Billiard. Heather Mills calls number 14 Aunt Mo, which means when we need a momentum shifter, that's where we go. That's who we look for. And perhaps that's the momentum shifter she's looking for. 19-15. Portland, the dink, the save. They look far side. Portland down the line. Was it tipped? It was.
Taylor Portland again showing that she's the leader in kills, showing her strength out there as the Buccaneers now lead by 5. Again on the replay, the ball was hit off the block. Again, shows her height. She's 5'10". She can jump, hit off that block easily.
20-15. Rachel Jansen serving as a service winner. Macy Henry, well, she must feel picked on in that back line. She's had a difficult day judging serves. 21-15. And they swing it wide, and that goes off of the arms of Kristen Seibert. 22-15 Buccaneers. And the junior, Rachel Jansen. Quick set, blocked. Embry resets. Up ahead, Portland will have to send it across. Embry, another quick set for Billiard. Now Portland goes cross court. And that will land well out. And the Buccaneers are within 2 points of a 2-sets lead.
After a few errors from the lines, the Buccaneers have slipped away, as now they're 2 away from seizing the second set.
And a timeout has been taken by Heather Mills. 23-15, second set. Buccaneers beginning to pull away, Katie, and let's go into that Buccaneer huddle. This has certainly not been their cleanest set of the year, but they lead by 8. What's the discussion?
It's not. He's telling them to stay positive, stay away from service errors. You cannot have those like they had at the beginning. They're able to fight back and keep this lead that they have now. He's telling them just to relax, play their kind of volleyball, and finish these last 2 points.
Leading 23-15. There you see the season record for the Buccaneers. And they've come down this long road to the state championship game just last year. They had a 2-sets-to-love lead on Charlotte. Latin could not put them away. And they are 2 points away from a 2-sets-to-love lead again for the second year in a row. Push deep. Portland off the left. Embry the set. Near side. Billiard can't put it down. Portland tries again. Yes. Set point for the Buccaneers.
Portland really stopped herself from going under the line and causing a net violation. As you can see, a tight set, but she was able to step back and not hit the net.
Yeah, great body control right there. Set point. Billiard. And here's the shot. Portland. Kept alive. Now the back set. Patterson. There it is. Second set to the Buccaneers. 25-15. After claiming the opener 25-20. Well, they were here 12 months ago. They now are back knocking on the door of a state championship. 2-sets-to-love lead. Country Day on top of Covenant. Set 3 from St. David's School in Raleigh. Is there a championship awaiting Brian Rosen and the Buccaneers? We'll find out after these words on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Set number 3 about to begin at St. David's School in Raleigh, North Carolina, for the Charlotte Country Day Buccaneers. A lot of their fans have made the trip over, and they don't want this to be deja vu all over again. Last year, they led the 9-time defending state champion Charlotte Latin squad 2-0, could not put it away. Well, they're in the same situation 12 months later. Katie Wilkinson, and talk about what now needs to change for Covenant Day to get back in this match.
The problem with the Lions in the second set was serve receive. The serves were getting harder and more consistent from the Buccaneers, and as that happened, the serve receive for the Lions started to back off and not be as strong. They have to pick their serve receive up. Along with serve receive, when you get those passes up, you have to put balls down. Errors, critical errors, are not good for this team. They need to execute, do what they need to do, and perform to their best of their ability if they want to have a chance of defeating this Buccaneers team.
Well, Heather Mills talked about this prior to the match here today. She talked about her team's chemistry that developed very early this year. Talked about her team's heart. Well, you need to draw on those elements and more right now, because there is no tomorrow, there is no fourth set unless we execute flawlessly. And they will be receiving to open the fourth set. Asia Patterson gives the Lions a 1-0 lead. I guarantee with every early point the Lions receive in this third set, we're going to see almost over-emphatic energy to make sure that that level stays up. Christina Goforth serving up 1-0. And that's off the rafters, but the ground rules, you still play it. And that was the third hit, 2-0 Lions. You play them off the rafters, you play it off the ceiling if you have to. We've seen that a couple of times today, 2-0 Lions. And the jump kill attempt, that's snuffed out. Punched up the line, on it. Sarah Billiard, 3-0 Lions in the third set.
This is not how the Buccaneers want to start off.
Just the running one-hander right down the line.
Those deep corners.
3-0. Goforth again. Patterson the set. Kitzinger. Chance to extend the lead. Back set, and the great dig kept alive by Patterson and Franz. Quick set, but that's long. 4-0 Lions. It'll be interesting to watch this third set evolve for Brian Rosen. 2 sets up. How long does he go before calling timeout? There's your answer. He will go no longer. Timeout, Buccaneers.
Again, the Lions are earning these points off of errors. If that's what it takes for them, that's what they're going to take, and they're going to take any error that they can get. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers, this is not their style of volleyball. This is not how they play. It may be nerves, it may be anxiety, as they could seize this championship in this third set.
Well, in the 2A championship, we saw Westminster Catawba come back from 2-0 down to claim the third, claim the fourth, force a fifth in deciding, and win it 20-18 in the fifth set. So it can be done. It's been done and been witnessed by fans here earlier today. 4-0 Lions, third set. And a double hit, 5-0 Lions.
The serve receive problem seems to be for the Buccaneers now. It's all comes down to that first pass.
And here's Goforth again. Low serve deep. Patterson sets Kinsinger, and she nets that kill try. 6-0 Lions.
You see number 4, Taylor Portland for the Buccaneers, trying to encourage her team as they're down by 6.
Jansen gets it up. Kinsinger, that's tipped, kept alive. And Billiard will send it across into the corner. Set by Jansen. And there finally is the first point of the third set. Catherine Franz and the Buccaneers on the board after surrendering the first 6.
Ball set up, great play, great swing off the block using her height, and they gain the point.
And now Casey Portland, Taylor Portland's younger sister, comes in to serve. First time we've seen Casey in the match. She is a freshman. Tough position to be thrown in right here. Off the bench, can she get it done? They will let it go. Point to Portland and the Buccaneers. So Brian Rosen trying to shake things up a little bit. Look at the young freshman, 6'2". That may have been an out ball. And that will not make it. And KC Portland's been a nice little catalyst off the bench.
And that's what you want. When you put players in, you want to know and have faith that they'll do the right things.
And her older sister right in front of her on the back line, 6'3". Lions lead. And a little more on that serve. Tough to handle. And another opportunity. And the run ends at 3.
The blocking getting better and better for the Lions team. As number 12, Madison Hargett, comes down with that block. Again, Hargett goes up. Easy block for her.
7-3. Macy Henry serving for the Lions. Patterson gets it forward. Nudged across. Henry for Hilliard, the runner. Hilliard again. Kinsinger. And then a little too far out ahead of Sarah Billiard.
4 hits called against the Lions as the Buccaneers gain another point.
7-4. And a big wallop by Kinsinger. Now she'll come forward. Billiard, a great dig by Patterson. Portland keeps it alive, gets it across. The quick set, the quick hit, yes. There's Hannah Billiard, the junior.
The Lions are showing to be a different team here in this third set.
Certainly showing the urgency that they need to come back and at least claim the third set. More aggressive. 8-4 lead for the Lions. Maddie Grace Huff the serve. Taylor Portland. And that just edges into the corner. 8-5.
Portland going up for the swing, and she's proving that she's one of the best hitters on this team. They really need her to execute.
Here's Catherine Franz, down by 3, barely got it across. Quick set again. Now Taylor Portland up the line again. That's been Portland's sweet spot. The last 2 have been deflected. 1 landed in, 1 goes wide. 8-6. And the Buccaneers seem to have been awoken again. Started with the KC Portland sub into serve for a couple of points. And that has re-energized this team as Huff checks out. 8-6, Lions lead, third set. And that is tipped out. The kill from Sarah Billiard. 9-6 Lions. Now Billiard will depart, and Carissa Coleman in, and Coleman will serve for the Lions up by 3. A relentless mover, a lot of energy from number 1 Coleman. And that kill right past Coleman, Asia Patterson. That's the best kill we've seen from her all day.
They need her to continue doing that also.
9-7, she's starting to get loose. Good to have her back at full go. 9-7 Lions. That one's handled. The bump set for Portland. Dug by Coleman. Goforth. Deep ball handled. And Portland finds a hole. Deflecting off of Seibert. And the Buccaneers within 1.
Momentum starting to switch back again to the Buccaneers.
Trailing 6-0 earlier in this third set. This service for the tie. Embry at the quick set. That is fired wide. Was it deflected? It was not. And the Lions in dismay.
The Lions wanted a tip call on that. The call did not go their way as the game is tied at 9.
Boy, who figured that the Buccaneers could come back and grab a lead down 6-0. Portland for the lead. Dug by Coleman. Punched across to a corner. Great recovery there by Franz. And sent across by Jansen. Quick set again. And that one is put down by Hannah Billiard. 10-9 Lions.
When we talked to Heather Mills earlier, she said that the Lions like to run a faster pace offense, and that's shown right here.
And here is Billiard on serve. Set by Jansen. And a great dig. We talked about Coleman all over the court. Portland. Tie game.
We're seeing a spectacular performance by Portland this afternoon.
10-all, and Taylor Portland will back up and serve. Lacey Henry back on the court for the Lions. She's in the libero red jersey. 10-all. Embry comes to get it with the left Goforth. The back set. Blocked down, kept alive, and a point to the Lions.
That was a good effort by the Buccaneers, but the Lions come away with a point.
Quick combination at the net. There's the initial block. 11-10 Lions in a must-win set. Jansen sets it up. Kinzinger off the outside. They go wide, Goforth, long. No, they say deflection. 12-10. Patterson, that's blocked out. That stops the run, 12-11. Buccaneers trail third set, and the serve goes to Asia Patterson.
Again, that's the Buccaneers using their height to jump up and hit the ball off the block.
Patterson, one of the better servers on this team, but she misfires there. Been a common theme to this one for the Buccaneers. 13-11 Lions, third set. Here is Christina Goforth. The set, Kinzinger. Not as much on that kill try as normal. And there is the put away by Goforth. 14-11. And the Lions are showing a lot of fight here in this third set. Dropping the first two, 20 and 15. Jansen. Point to the Buccaneers. Credit Catherine Franz again. She's beginning to have some serious impact. And we saw this a couple of moments ago when the Buccaneers were trailing 6-1. They brought Casey Portland after a side out off of the bench to serve. She won a couple of points. She's in to do the same thing. Down by 2, and that was an out ball played though. Sent across, Patterson up front, the back set, the runner, and it's a 1-point game, the kill by Franz. Great connection on that pass. (14-13). And the young freshman, Casey Portland. The spark again, and that's tipped out, and the Lions reclaim a 2-point lead, 15-13.
The Lions are getting more swinging attempts in this match than they have in the others.
Casey Portland leaves after a couple of serves. Kimberly Duncan is now in, a senior. 15-13. Coming to get it, Kinzinger. Not allowed on it. But an opportunity, a poor pass. Set up Kinzinger all alone with no defenders in front. Easy kill, 15-14 Lions. And one of the rare mistakes we've seen passing from the Lions in this third set. This set, and the touch across by Billiard. Played off the net, will it get over? Yes, great dig. Long back set. Billiard blocked. The set by Embry. And Billiard again, what an angle. Cut that one sharply. 16-14 Lions.
Sarah Billiard really getting up on that ball, putting the ball down. She's done a lot of things during this set that didn't work well in the first two, and this has really helped as they lead by 2.
Carve it, a beautiful angle there. 2-point lead for the Lions, make it 1. Catherine Franz again beginning to dominate. 1-point game, third set. Buccaneers serving, trailing. They lead the match 2-0. Not a lot happening here. Have to surrender and throw it across. Opportunity here, Portland. Embry runs toward it. Billiard throws it across. Another opportunity. Portland, the touch. The dink ties it up. 16-all.
Taylor Portland is one of the smartest players on the team. She was able to find that hole, place the ball down as the score is now tied up.
They need a clean, quick hit, and they get it. Hannah Billiard. 17-16. Lions fighting for their lives here. Back in the lead by a point.
Again, the Lions showing how they like that fast-paced offense, and it pays off for them.
17-16. Sarah Billiard serving. This one's guided right back to Patterson. Into the net. 2-point lead for the Lions. So again, roared out to a 6-0 lead in this third set, only to watch the Buccaneers systematically rally and tie things up on a couple of occasions. Fantastic serve. Tracked down, though, and sent across deep. Henry nudges it forward. And bumped across. Jansen. Portland. Finding a corner. That caught the Buccaneers by surprise. Patterson sends it across. The set by Embry. Soft touch. Landed on the top of the net. Replayed. Go forth. Can't kill it. And Henry sends it across. Portland. That's deflected. Some miscommunication, and the Lions cannot get it across. I think 2 or 3 Lions went for that and knocked everybody off kilter. 18-17, Lions by 1. Quick set. Taylor Portland fires just deep. No tip.
This is the time when both teams want to minimize their errors.
Well, credit to these Lions. They are not giving up. The big lead is gone, but when they need a big point, they're getting it. Check the back set, and a 3-point lead for the Lions. And they have elevated their game from early in this third set to where they are now. And if they can maybe sneak through this third as timeout is called, who knows what happens in the fourth and the fifth. They're beginning to believe they can play even terms with this Buccaneer team.
This third set has gone the Lions' way. Everything they've done has been executed well, and it shows by the score. They're running a faster pace offense, putting balls down, not getting as many errors, making Covenant Day work for their points that they're getting.
I think very early in that first set, to me, it didn't look like the Lions truly had the commitment that they could beat this team. That continued through the second set, even when the Buccaneers were making mistake after mistake and still leading on that scoreboard. To me, this is the first time I really get the sense that they feel they can get this done. And there's a service ace by Hannah Billiard. 21-17, Covenant Day. Billiard. That is deep. 21-18. Billiard leaves. Henry back in, number 15, in the middle of your screen.
This is the time when the Buccaneers need to put balls down, as they are down by 3.
Service returns. Key for the Lions here if they're going to put this third set away. A steady set on the run, Sheck. Patterson can't connect. And the Lions are 3 points away from the third set.
Again, the block. The block has been the difference for this Lions team.
22-18. Patterson handles the serve. Blocked down, kept alive. Taylor Portland. Put some earnest on that hit. Coming forward, Goforth. Kinsinger up the line. That's been her spot tonight. Anna Kinsinger. Haven't really called her name a lot over the last 15 points or so. 22-19.
Again, they need players like Kinsinger to step up now as they're still down, trying to finish out this match and win.
22-19. That serves almost mishandled. Goforth. That's blocked. And here come the Buccaneers back within 2.
Again, this is the hardest part when a team's up like this. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself. You just want to do what you know how to do.
And Patterson misfires on a serve, and the Achilles heel surfaces again. 23-20. Lions up by 3. And a lot of maneuvering on both sidelines with liberal substitutions. Kinsinger up the line, blocked, kept in play. Dig by Patterson. Kinsinger sends it across. It may have been an out ball. Jansen, the touch, and it is in. Drops just in front to the fingertips of Goforth. 23-21.
Ball set, tip, again, finding those holes is critical.
And now we will see Kimberly Duncan. Down by 2. Steady return, up the line, point to the Lions, Goforth. And a set point for the first time today for Covenant Day. 24-21, 3 set points. And they stretch out this 3A state championship match. Macy Henry serving. Set by Jansen, the runner, stuffed. Point to the Buccaneers. 24-22, and out the big arm of Hannah Kinsinger, who led this team in the first couple of sets up a net. Needs a couple of big serves here. Jansen the set, a little bit too in front, and it will cost the Bucks. Third set to Covenant Day, 25-22. And the Lions are beginning to believe, but still a tall mountain to climb, but they are excited. They're on the board, and there will be a 4th set. 3A Independent High School State Championship volleyball match continues from St. David's School in Raleigh after these messages on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Well, there's a look at some die-hard Covenant Day Lions fans who made the trip from Matthews, North Carolina. They believe, and they're leading some very big cheers in between sets. There is going to be a 4th set. Covenant Day forcing set 4 by 25-22 verdict in set 3. And they really are beginning to feel like this might happen as the 4th set gets underway. Buccaneers on the left side of your screen, Lions on the right. And the kill to the Bucks. 1-0 Country Day.
The Buccaneers really want to start off strong.
Well, in that third set, it was a 6-0 blitz by the Lions that put them in pretty good shape. A delicate little push across. And the set, and there's Kinsinger off the left side. That's blocked wide. And a good start for the Buccaneers. And you have to believe that was the message delivered by Brian Rose, because to me, this doesn't look like his team is mentally totally plugged into the outlet these last couple of sets.
Well, the beginning of this fourth set, you can already tell more intensity coming from the serves and swings.
A great block down and a violation against the Lions. 3-0 Country Day.
Catherine Franz with that block. Again, Franz leads and blocks for the Buccaneers.
Here's Kimberly Duncan. Good tough serve in the corner. Will lead to a flat-footed response by Goforth. Kinsinger deep down the middle. A great dig by Carissa Coleman. Kinsinger will try again. Delicate touch, and I believe that will be a violation on the Buccaneers. Got the shot down, but she may have been
She was outside of the
outside the
antenna.
range. Yep. 3-1. Christina Goforth on the serve. Oh, and a sizzler up the line, but that's wide. Sarah Billiard with vapor trails behind that, just missed. 4-1 Buccaneers.
Just take note, setter for the Buccaneers, Rachel Jansen, is doing a tremendous job of getting up on the net when the balls are passed too close. She doesn't want a net violation. She's doing a great job getting them up.
Great dig in the back line by Patterson. Bumped ahead, quick set, Sheck. With the left, that's handled. Opportunity and put away easily by Catherine Franz. Caught the Lions a little bit out of position. Easy kill. 5-1 Buccaneers.
Things are going the Buccaneers' way right now.
Despite all the great energy from that third set win by the Lions, this is a tough position to be in early in set 4. There's a miss hit. And we have
Over the net violation called against the Lions.
6-1 Country Day. And we may see an early timeout from Heather Mills, and we get it. 6-1 down, fourth set.
Buccaneers are loving this right now. They've started off strong, and like I mentioned earlier, you could see the intensity. When they started off, the serves were harder. They were immediately blocking at the beginning. Their kills were going down. They've just done an all-around great job to start off this fourth set.
Yeah, you have to believe that after the end of that third set that Brian Rosen pulled his team aside and delivered some type of message, because this is as focused as this team was when the opening set began. But we really haven't seen that since about the first half of the opening set. Whether it was complacency or just a little bit of a lack of focus. Again, this team has not been tested all that often this year. But maybe he reminded his team, hey, we were here in this position last year. You remember how awful that bus ride was home? And maybe that caught their attention. 6-1 lead for the Buccaneers. Set across, Taylor Portland. Billiard. Handled by Patterson. Again, Portland. And this is what this Lions team does. They scrap, they battle, but they can't defend all day. Rachel Jansen, number 2, right in the middle of it. 7-1 Buccaneers.
As you can see, the blockers go up, doing a tremendous job showing, Catherine Franz showing that she is the leader in blocks.
Well, Billiard didn't do much with that. Jansen got caught in the air, and yeah, there's the violation against the Buccaneers. Jansen a little small on that front line. She got in on a block earlier and got blocked by the top of the net that time. 7-2. Henry. Quick set, blocked. Up ahead, and a stuff.
There seemed to be a little confusion on who was supposed to set the ball, but now it seems the point will go to the Buccaneers.
That might have been a net violation there against the Lions. 8-2 with the lead. And here's Hannah Kitzinger, just a junior, power player. And there's the put down by Hannah Billiard. 8-3.
The battle in this last match is going to be between hitters. Who can put the ball down?
The time of the essence for the Lions. And in another must-win set, they need to play almost perfect volleyball here on out. 5 points down. 2-1 down. They look for Portland. Cross court, knocked wide. And a kill to the Buccaneers, 9-3.
And that's exactly who they need, Taylor Portland, to put balls down.
The Buccaneers appear to have taken the car out of idle. A big hit by Billiard. 9-4. A state championship in set 4. Leaves this one for Patterson. That's deflected out. Point to the Buccaneers.
Again, Rachel Jansen showing how she can get up and save that ball when it's passed too close to the net.
(10-4) Country Day. Serve back to Taylor Portland. And I believe a violation. Is it a service violation, a 5-second call?
Yes, you have 5 seconds to serve the ball.
And Taylor Portland is coming over to the lead official who will explain that's too long. Now, we've seen Portland over the course of this match. She does take a lot of time. She always looks back, either the scoreboard, the flag, or just kind of picks out a random spot in the wall to get refocused before she serves. Well, that's the first time in this championship we've seen her called for the violation. Tough point to give away. Kinsinger. Oh, great dig by Portland. Embry the dink. They look opposite side. Kinsinger, not a lot on it. Running it down is Embry. Leaves it for Goforth. And blocked down beautifully by the Bucks, and it's 11-5.
Portland seems to use that little call against her as motivation.
Yeah, she had a great dig right there, and there's the double team block up at the net. 11-5. Patterson, a tough serve. And it's stuffed by Goforth. And again, the pass from the back to the front was too far. (11-6) Buccaneers. Jansen. And this kill by Franz, 12-6. Again, Jansen finds herself right in the middle. Franz has elevated her game the last couple of sets.
This is what the Buccaneers need. Good, powerful hits from their main hitters.
Played out by Duncan. On the move, Franz, another kill. 13-6.
Those back corners are hard to defend as Franz sees the hole, gets up, puts that ball down.
Caught a lot of lines shifting across, created some holes. Up by 7. Long set, Embry, the flyer. A huge hit by Christina Goforth.
The Lions still trying to hang in there as they're down by 6.
That's as big of a kill as we've seen from Goforth all afternoon. 13-7. And now Goforth to serve. Oh, and into the nets. Ill-timed. 14-7. Anna Kinsinger, deep serve, down the middle. Back set, blocked, and a point to the Bucks. And they're beginning to close in.
That was a great block by Portland. Again, Portland, everything just going her way.
15-7. Buccaneers with a 2-1 lead. As these teams meet for the third and final time in 2013. Timeout taken by Heather Mills and the Covenant Day Lions. Again, they played twice earlier this year, once in an invitational, played a best of 3. And that went the way of the Buccaneers. Then Covenant Day went on the road into Charlotte and took down the Buccaneers in their house. So they certainly have, at least, Katie, the memories of knowing that they actually beat this team. But not a lot has gone their way in this championship match today.
And the Buccaneers now with the 8-point lead. During that timeout, the coach is probably trying to tell them to stay focused. I mean, you're up by 8 points. You're almost at the end. Just relax and play how you're supposed to and how you know how to.
And for the Buccaneers, it's going to begin on that service line. They've had all kinds of problems serving consistently in the first few sets, especially set number 2 here today. But Hannah Kinsinger hasn't been bothered by that issue all that much. Power serve up by 8. Billiard denied on the end line. There's Portland. Patterson keeps it alive. Fran just shoves it across, finds some territory. And the point to the Bucks. Credit Catherine Franch, didn't really have a good look at that on the move, working laterally. Just kind of found an open space, jammed that ball there, and earns the point. 16-7. Long set, Billiard, that's wide.
And the lead for the Buccaneers is starting to slip away.
10-point lead for Charlotte Country Day. And the vice getting a little bit tighter around the Lions. Kinsinger again. Henry in the set. Billiard has to defer. Simply eases it across. On the run, Franz. The bump set. Billiard again off the tape. Pushed in deep in the corner. Patterson tracks it. Over the shoulder set and sent across. Henry plays it. Billiard again. Cross court, that's wide. And the lead is 18-7 for Country Day. And the Country Day fans making about the 2.5-hour drive from Charlotte. They can feel it. Time is near.
Covenant Day also getting frustrated as the lead is slipping away from them.
And that is long. 18-8. Here's Macy Henry, down by 10. Pretty good serve deep into the corner. Franz short ball. Quick set, blocked down, and into the net. 19-8 Buccaneers.
Again, Hannah Billiard goes up, but the ball hits into the net. They were unable to receive the point.
19-8, here's Franz on the serve. They're closing in. That's Doug. What a poor set there. And that will be a point for the Lions. A little bit of indecision here. Now one of the officials will come from his position and come to the referee and will get the call. The initial call point to the Lions. It has been reversed. Point to the Buccaneers. And when you think things can't get lower when you're trying to come back 2 sets to none down, they just did right here. What did you see?
Well, Taylor Portland did an excellent job of waiting as she knew the ball was going over to Covenant Day's side, as it did, and they were able to hit it out of bounds. So the line judge made the correct call.
20-8, they're 5 points away. The set, Billiard, played high, almost into the rafters. Portland, big hit, kept alive. 4 points away are the Bucks.
Buccaneers fans starting to get excited as this game is closing down.
21-8. Serve still with Franz. Quick set. Billiard denied. Here's Portland. And there's the kill from Sarah Billiard. 21-9. Well, it's a daunting scoreboard. If the Lions take a glance at it, they really need to go 1 point at a time. Clean winner there. 21-9. And the Lions must be wearing blinders the rest of the way to overcome. Patterson handles this short serve. Up the line, played by Huff. Billiard into the net. (22-9) Country Day. 2 sets to 1 lead.
The Buccaneers now getting points off of errors by the Lions.
Jansen, who's been so integral for Country Day, on the serve, and the point to the Lions. 22-10. Here's a look at Sarah Billiard. Just a freshman. Big, bright future for her in the Lions program the next 3 years. Brought across deep, bumped ahead, quick set, and the kill. Hannah Billiard, the junior older sister of Sarah. 22-11.
Again, Hannah with the kill on that. The Billiard sisters doing a phenomenal job trying to keep this Lions team's attitudes up.
Portland goes cross. Emery, soft touch, go forth. And a lot of communication on the Buccaneers side. And that one is netted by Kinsinger. Didn't have a lot of momentum coming forward. Had a great deal of aggression. Timeout will be taken by Brian Rosen and the Buccaneers.
You know, sometimes it's not starting off that's hard, it's finishing. The team, we've seen many of times, teams up 24-17, 24-18. Other teams can come back. You have to finish. It's about finishing when you're there.
And why is that difficult? You played this game for better than a decade.
The nerves get to you. It's more anxiety and nerves because you know you're there. And the other team, meanwhile, the other team is fighting as hard as they can. They have a different mindset than the team that's already up. So it's just, volleyball's a mind game.
22-12, the lead for Country Day. 3 points away from a state championship. So the Lions have not given up. Serve by Billiard, heavy serve, a lot of spin. Taylor Portland, and now the Bucks are within 2 paces.
You could see Portland in that last timeout saying, come on guys, we need to finish this. We need to get it together. And she's trying to show the team what she means by that great kill.
Yeah, free and easy, big swing. 23-12, Charlotte Country Day. There's the bump set. Jansen and Patterson dinks it across, and Charlotte Country Day finds itself a championship point.
Patterson found that open spot. It was a tighter set, but she executed the tip well.
And Brian Rosen has got off his head coaching chair, pointed to the ground, yelled at his team, said, right here. Serve saved. Go for it. Keeps the Lions in it. You can't do the math and say we need to run 14 straight points. You just say we need to get this point. Just one. 24-13. Set by Jansen. Go forth. Blocked. Kept alive. Off the nets. Has to get across, and it does. And here's the shot. Kinsinger. That is in. And that is a Buccaneer state championship. Hannah Kinsinger. An authoritative punctuation on a 4-set championship for Charlotte Country Day. 25-13 in the 4th set. And they hand Brian Rosen and Charlotte Country Day the 3A Independent High School State Championship.
This was a great game that we had tonight. Both teams played hard, well fought. The Buccaneers came out with the victory. They had great, powerful hitters, and they finished off, and they're state champions.
Kinsinger, Franz, Portland, and junior Rachel Jansen all lead the way. Brian Rosen's Buccaneers, 3A Independent High School volleyball state champions. They take down Covenant Day in 4. Well, that's going to wrap things up from St. David's School in Raleigh, North Carolina. For Katie Wilkinson, for the entire fantastic Time Warner Cable Sports Channel crew, Patrick Heenis, glad you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this 3A state championship. In 4 sets, Charlotte Country Day claims the title over Covenant Day. So long from Raleigh. Thanks for watching.